So a couple things that help you. One, use tong rings on your tongs. I don't know if any of you know who Francis Whitaker was, but he was a blacksmith who he started when he was, I think, 13 years old. I'm probably getting some of this wrong. But anyway, he'd been doing it a long time. Died in his 80s. You typically upset a bar. Like if I want to upset the end of that material, then you come in, you brace it against your leg, and you have your wrist on this side, and you hammer in like this, and drive that metal back into itself to make it swell up, which is what upsetting is. Well, over the years, Francis had done that so much, he had to wear a brace on his wrist because he had chewed up all the cartilage in his wrist from doing all that upsetting. So avoid upsetting if you can. The other thing is put it in the vise. Okay, take it over, put it in the vise. Use a small hammer when you're upsetting. You're going to do it manually by hand. If you want to upset the very end of a bar, like if I wanted to do the very end of this, I'd get a small 16-ounce ball peen and go at it with that. A big heavy hammer will upset further back. Okay, if we want to just do the end, we need lots of light little hammer blows with a small hammer.
Don't really do that.
That's a perfect thing. Upsetting tongs. Oh, well, you're up against the anvil. It took me a second to catch on. Okay. Yep, exactly.
I mean, adjust your tooling to get it off.
Yeah.
Dongling works too, but I'm not, depending on how thick the material is, how big where your abduction is.
That's where you put in the end.
That's where you bounce it off that block over the floor.
Right.
It goes down the
All right, so I decided that sometimes you need a way, if you're going to do a lot of upsetting, okay, you got a whole bunch of things to weld together and all that. Anytime you can make yourself a fixture and help yourself out, it'll be a good thing. It'll save you time. If you're doing it for a living, it'll make you some more money. So we probably want to stop the camera. I got a setup here. If you want to zoom in right here, I've got just some angle iron that I welded to a base plate. It's probably way more complicated than it needs to be. There's a hole down through there. You're going to see in a minute. We'll be heating this up. There's a stop here on the end, so you can put spacers in here and pick the spot where you want the upset to go. So this is where we're headed, so we can do a little upset like this. Okay? This is cool. You can pass it around. So that's what we're headed for. Yes. So this is what we're going for. The problem with upsetting is you can never keep the material straight, right? So I thought, well, maybe I can come up with a little jig, kind of help keep things straight. So with C-clamps, in this application work better if you can get the top's all wiggly, right? So you put the two wiggly parts together. Then the bottom part is nice and flat. We can tighten this one down pretty good so it doesn't fall off when we're trying to do our thing here. So this one goes on the other side. Same deal. All right. Mr. Cameraman, you might want to pause a minute while we grab a torch. The downside to this is that you can't do it in the forge. So you have to have an acetylene rig to make this work. But if you're doing production work, whoo-wee, that's bright. All right, somebody want to run the torch for me? So just one side and then the other side. Somebody got my... Thank you, sir. All right, we're ready to go again. Are you going again? So what I've got here is just, I've got an air tool. It's like this one, and it's just been ground off flat on the end, and I've drove a piece of pipe down on the end to kind of have a little guide there. This is a normal Just a normal air tool. Okay. You want to come over here, or you get over there? If I don't pay attention, Larry's going to give me a haircut here in a minute.
Trying to make sure I don't.
Oop. Yeah, get on that edge. We're looking for pretty good yellow. Hotter we get it, the better this works. I'll probably go at it from one side right now and be okay. I'll wait for the heat to kind of get through there. Yeah, maybe a little on the other side. Okay.
Are we done?
We're done. Well, we can leave that on for a second. I'll put a piece of round stock in there. Gracias. Thank you, sir. Thanks, Bill. Okay. There's one. Don't step on that. Somebody handed me a round one. There it is. I don't know if this will be long enough. Yep. All right.
You want to still go with the rounds, or
Oh, it doesn't matter.
those would be cooler? Nice to do.
Yeah, they're easier to handle. All right, we'll do one like this, and then we'll do one more real quick, because I know Bill wants to get on with his hammer making. And yeah, those are not working very good.
Okay, let's go back to the square.
Hey Matt, what kind of application would you use this for?
This is, for instance, if you had a baluster, something like that, and you wanted to put several round areas in the baluster, kind of like Bill's busy keeping me on track here. This would allow you to upset in the middle of the bar, because you can take this stop off right here and upset a round area in the middle of the bar, and then use that for a baluster. Or you can, and we'll take one of these and flatten them out maybe later. But once you get that round ball on there, then you can flatten it down, and it makes a nice oval. If it's thin enough, you can put a twist in that, and so it looks like a little twisted globe kind
Like
of
you
thing.
could take smaller material and put this bulge in for doing tongs. So you wouldn't have to hammer your range down as far. You ready?
Yep. You always got to make sure you got a little clearance there. Make sure you got somewhere to go.
Grant, say, however you say his name. I'll say it wrong. That's what he did. He got round ball, and he got set the material that he needed to have a ball.
That's my next goal with this little gig, is to get to where I can make a round ball and then turn that into the hinge for a pair of tongs, and try to get close to duplicating those off-center tongs.
And how to make it hot rivet, or like 3 inches paddleboard. How to make the rivet.
That's just
Oh,
they make they make those with a rivet making tool.
Yep, just keep the heat going. Okay.
Done?
Yeah, you can heat. Yeah, let's just stop with that one.
Are we done?
You want to do the end of the bar?
Sure, whatever. I'm just
Okay.
holding the fire. I don't want to burn nobody.
Well, I don't want to run us out of.
Fire?
I don't want to run us out of acetylene either.
Well, sure will be fine.
All right. There's a little. Yeah, don't grab that. Should be another little block around here somewhere. So here's how that one came out.
Or like a fork where you want to have
Oh,
like
a little
more.
other block on the end.
Here it is. Just a little stop block, so that you can do the end of a bar.
Want to just do one of these?
Yeah. Is
was
that
fun, I
cool?
think.
Yeah, that's fine. Let's see if it'll fit. Oh yeah. So I always like to listen to Clay Spencer. Haven't heard anything about Clay in a long time. I hope he's still kicking around. Hope he's still kicking around irritating folks. Clay's a great guy, and he said that any day you can make a tool in the blacksmith shop's a good day. So I like making tools like that. All right, Mr. Evans, off we go here. So now we got that stop block in there, and now we can do the end of the bar.
And if you wanted to make a rivet this way, all you need is a stop block with a hole in it, a spherical hole, and then you can make a spherical rivet. Does that make sense?
On this end of the bar, I did 2 heats in a row, so I kind of got, you could continue doing that and kind of make a little undulating, round-looking thing there.
Just really put a piece of pipe in between those two. And make it real,
Okay.
Again, man.
Oh, all right. You ready?
Yeah.
Watch your toe bones.
I was trying to get this side to pull over a little bit, but
Oh, is it going
it
crooked?
didn't. It was
Yeah.
on one side.
Yeah, so probably if it starts going crooked, you want to do the same thing you do when you're upsetting on the anvil. You want to turn the material. I didn't see it going crooked. You can turn the material
Ah, I got
and
it.
keep turning the
Whatever
material.
imperfections will end up being equalized.
It'll round it all out.
Yeah.
Yep. Thank you, Bill. So yeah, we got a little bit off center there, but you can see we got a nice upset on the end of that. Yes, we're done now. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you very much.